This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. What's going on, freaks? Yep, some updates in here. Yeah, well, I'm glad people get the humor in my intro. You know, it's about the whiny true crime viewers who always want trigger warnings and bunnies and I just say, why are you watching true crime if you need trigger warnings and trigger bunnies and you know, like you know how there's people out there that say stuff like, man, I haven't slept in days thinking about this case. All right, well, time to find something new for you. Okay, it's not something for you. I actually, when I'm done at night, I watch a show or something and go right to sleep. The only time I think about stuff too long is when I'm doing like an animation or something where I'm trying to think about a quicker way to do something or a better way to do something. You know, but the cases, you know, you do them and you just, if you can't do it where you're literally saying, man, I cried all night, I couldn't sleep. Wow, I mean, are you related to the person, or? It's called empathy, Gray. I think it's called you're a little, you know, maybe that's a case you shouldn't be following. You know what I'm saying? That's what it should be called. A little too into it. Yeah, unalive is where I leave. Yeah, as soon as they say unalive or the other words for being murdered, just get the hell out of there as quick as possible. I like it, Gray. It makes me feel comfortable. Those other words trigger me. Well, let me ask you something. When you're told those words, don't you know exactly what they mean? So how come they still don't trigger you? You know what I mean? Like when somebody says unalive, your mind subconsciously or even just directly says, oh yeah, suicide. But just the fact that you heard it out loud is unalive, you feel a lot better now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, huh? Thanks, why wonder? I am the best. Yes, everybody, and that's what on this channel every single night the freaks and you know, have been watching my show for years, support the channel, allows me to keep doing the shows. And then at the end of the month, you'll see at the end of this month we got 15 more days left. And this month, you know, I try to donate. It's spending like at least $4,000, maybe $5,000, but it's always about 50% or more of the net revenue of the income coming in each month. So, I mean, we've done a lot of great stuff. So, if you're somebody out there who wants to support the channel, you know, feel free to do so. Of course, that's obvious, right? All right. Let's see. So I thought we'd just start off with Carlee. Let's see. I mean, it's been such a weird experience, this case. It was so rapid, you know, like yesterday in the morning, and then in the evening, and then remember last night when they called the when somebody at the, let's see, what was it, Red Roof Inn said something about, oh, somebody's over here saying, I bet that was an absolutely true story. Yeah. It seems absolutely okay. No, really, I'm the best. Well, thank you. I think it was absolutely true, because you have to ask yourself, what are the odds, if it wasn't true, that an hour or so later, then she really does go home? Doesn't it seem like she was at the Red Roof Inn and then left and then somehow made it back over there? I think it's really unlikely that that wasn't true, and
No,
I mean,
really mean
and the cops were actually going there. Remember that? Mm-hmm. You didn't. I don't know. You'd have to go back and rewind it, Spunky White. You know, try to be on time next time, huh? Let's see. Let me go. I'm gonna go read some of the things that have come out today. Got air conditioning on. It's 100, well, it was about 100. Well, shit, what was it? 90 degrees today. Yesterday, I think it was 100. So these are just various things that have been put out here. Like, apparently this guy's the boyfriend right here. And T Sims 28 on, what is it, Instagram or something? He said, I don't even know how to start off this post, but to only say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus for saving my girlfriend's life. Also, thank you to anyone or everyone who shared a picture, came out to the Hoover Met to help us with the search parties, and who went and proceeded to tell other people about Carlee to bring more awareness to her story. I have been going nonstop since I received the call that she was missing on Thursday night. I know she would have done the same thing for me. I wasn't going to give up until I saw her face again. I was straight tunnel vision, even when I would get on social media on my downtime and see some of the false allegations and assumptions about me having something to do with the abduction. I never even knew that was a thing. Thank you, Danielle Goshen. Is it Goshen or Gosen? I think it's like Goshen, right? I would get... Maybe you can phonetically type it in there for me. I'm doing pretty good. But I didn't give up, and I kept my faith, and I just want to thank all of my family, friends, former teammates, and church members who called or texted me just to let me know that they're praying and here for me. You guys don't know how much that meant to me. All I ask from everyone right now is to be respectful of Carlee's situation. She was literally fighting for her life 48 hours ago, so I don't know what that means. So until she's physically and mentally stable, so I'm wondering if, like fighting for her life in what way, she had a, because every time I read something, it doesn't sound like there's something else going on, And mentally stable, but I mean, either way, here's the thing: it's great news that she's here. Nothing happened to her. I'm just trying now. I just want to kind of figure out, what in the hell was actually going on, and maybe there is something more to it, but I don't know. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing. I'm just going to read through the things that we have. Not sure how long it'll take, but thank you, Donna D. and Ben Hills, as in Ben Hill Road. Just kidding. Yeah. Oh yeah, did they tell me how to say Goshen up there? Oh, Go Sun. Gosen. What? Well, that wasn't him. I want him to tell me how to say it. Yeah, come on, Daniel. Are you on there somewhere? You always do that, great. It's more like Johnson. I always do that. Oh, like Gosson? Like that? Yeah, I always do that. So like Gosson? Put something in there if that's correct. I don't know. Yeah, I know, Danielle. I read his comment. Yeah, I think it could be very well that. That's what we said last night. Crystal, a.k.a. Beaver Gaming Sub Crystal. Well, of course I do. Sav, I don't know if you ever watched my channel or not, but yeah. We just look at what we see and what's going on, and that's what we go with. We don't go with alien abduction right out of the chute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking like the land of Goshen or something. You can hear it said on the news like Carlos. Right, but you didn't pronounce it correct. I mean, just phonetically. Forget it. I'm going to move on to something else. Let's see. She was literally fighting for her life 48 hours, so until she's physically and mentally stable again, she's not able to give any updates or whereabouts on her kidnapper. See, he's saying that there is a kidnapper at this moment. I also want to thank the people on social media who has been understanding and respectful about what she's been through in these past few days. Once again, I can't thank you guys enough for helping us bring Carlee home, right? So you got that one. Then oh, it's over here. I think this is the mother. So great. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Great morning. My husband and I want to make this statement again as we did last night. It's nothing more to add to take away from how we're feeling right now. God is faithful and He has answered our prayers. We are so grateful to each of you for all the acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion you have shown. Our baby is safe. Thank you, Father God. We do want to ask for privacy at this time. See, every time you hear that sentence, that's normally when there's nothing else going on. When somebody says, we'd like to ask for privacy at this time, you almost always hear if there's something else. Now there's some sick bastard out there. Go get him. Like that. I'll be watching it from now. Okay. Let's see. We do want to ask for privacy at this time to allow us to just love our daughter and each other with our close family and friends. Also, please consider the fact that we have not slept for 3 nights and we are mentally and physically exhausted. To our media friends, I promise we will speak with you and give a general statement in the near future as to this ongoing investigation. So they are saying it's an ongoing investigation. Like there's, something else. We consider the media outlets that cared enough to share this story, law enforcement agencies, special investigators, city leaders, to be our friends, and we will be respectful of all. For everyone that has messaged or called to rejoice with us, we are so grateful for your concern. Just as we made a commitment to not entertain negative thoughts during the time our daughter was missing, we surely will not entertain negative thoughts, statements, unvalidated opinions, or sheer ignorance at such a joyous time. We pray that those that doubt God's power, miracles, and the power of faith will be encouraged to draw closer to Him and learn the power of positive affirmations and unwavering faith. We love each of you and are eternally indebted for your support and love. I don't know, what do you guys think of that? That doesn't sound like there was some, other than the investigation is ongoing, right? See, I think it could be something where she intentionally went somewhere, but then there was, possibly the person that she did something with elsewhere, like maybe, after going through the woods or whatever back there. There just isn't anybody in the video in the woods right there, though. That's the problem. There could have been somebody else in the car with her, I guess, but we don't see 2 people on the video. And so we're just left with, not that the video's that clear. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here. And people who say that they see something, they're just saying that. And they could get lucky and be right that there was some other thing going on, but there isn't something visible. All right, so here we go. This is put out there. This is a Facebook post by WBRC. They said, Hoover Police Department Just a second. Has released a statement on investigation as Carlee Russell is now safe. The following information are facts we have been able to determine at this point in the investigation. We are gathering and evaluating evidence in this case. Carlee left work from a business at the Summit in Birmingham at 8:20. She ordered food at a nearby business at the Colonnade and traveled there. We have worked to retrace all of her actions from the time she left the Colonnade until she called 911 and are well on our way to completing that task. So let's see. She left the Colonnade. At this point, let's see. So we worked to retrace all of her actions from the time she left the Colonnade until she left, or until she called the 911. And we are well on our way to completing that task. At this point, the investigation we have not been able to locate anyone with Carlee from the time she left the Colonnade until the 911 call was made. Right. We have not been able to locate anyone with Carlee. Right, so she wasn't with anybody. She was by herself until the 911 call was made. So now we know, likely, there isn't somebody else in the car, it's just her, right? At 9:34, the conversation with the 911 operator ended, and Carlee called a relative. She went missing during the conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. But we see the video, there's nobody there. Yeah, we know, Quinby, yeah. Yep, we said all that last night. And it's actually longer than she turned her hazard lights on before that, as we talked about last night, Quinby. We went through that whole thing like 4 times. I don't know if you watched it or not, but yeah. Yeah, we don't know like she sees a child, and that's where we came up with, people were saying, and I said it, actually, before everyone else saying, oh yeah, the loop, that unless she made another loop around, and then she came back, and now she knows approximately where the kid is and turns on her hazard lights. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so, and it's actually before 11.6. 11.7 is where the camera is, and the hazard lights were on already as it's coming into the screen. So I think it's like 0.4 miles that thing was on. But then it stops. And there's nobody there. There's no car there. There's nothing. It's likely just her there. You'd have to think that somebody come running out. Again, I mean, it's so stupid. Came running out of this little thin tree line, forced her into the woods, and then brought her into a neighborhood with a jillion cameras. I know that's not a technical word, but But thank you, Quinby. I'm glad you noticed the same thing, but we may never know the full story. Yeah. Well, I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a story that's told, unless somebody comes clean. I bet there'll be a story that's told that is something that didn't happen, maybe. But it could be. I mean, the thing is, there could be some other element here, like she went through the woods to meet somebody, and that person turned out to be a bad actor. Something like that. Right, we might not ever get to know. If police file charges for something, we might hear something. But if not, it's going to be just like some of those other stories where the public never gets to actually know what happened. Well, that's what Daphne said last night, right? Okay. So anyways, let's see, where was I? Okay, 9:34, the conversation with the 911 operator ended and Carlee called a relative. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36, so just within a 2-minute period. After telling both the 911 operator and the relative she had seen a male toddler. So, there's people out there that think that this is a little person, because there's this other incident with something like that. Seen a male toddler in a diaper on the side of I-459 and was stopping to check on him. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident. Oh, so that validates all that. And that footage is still being analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call to accurately determine the time frame Carlee's 911 call, the time frame. And it says, Carlee's 911 call remains the only timely report of a child on the interstate. Okay, so here we go, everybody. There isn't another soul with all those cars driving around that saw this male, Oompa Loompa wearing diapers. All right. Although she doesn't really say that, but that's what people are saying out there. Yeah, but no, Michelle, the loop would mean this. She drove by, saw the child. But here's the thing. If she did drive by and see the child, why didn't she call 911 the first time she passed the child, but then only called it again after she drove all the way around the loop that would take about 10 minutes, and then call 911? You get what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? Wouldn't you go, hey, I just saw a child on the side of the road, it was a little toddler, I'm gonna go loop around. I saw them right here just before mile marker 11.5. I'm gonna loop around. I'll meet you guys over there. I saw it. Instead, you drive all the way around, then you call. A little strange, don't you think? At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 Center received a call from Carlee's resident that she had returned home on. Let me go back up here. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes. So I think this stuff up here is really important up here. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident. I almost bought that. Yes, it was $250 to buy the stupid 1 hour of traffic camera. Shouldn't that shit be free, really? So anyways, but I thought, well, ours is clear enough, but it's interesting they're still looking at it. And that footage is still being analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call. So what you could do, though, is go back to like 9:30 or so, or even before that, like 9 o'clock, and see if there's anybody stopping in the same area, putting a little toddler type or a little person getting out of a car, and then another car drives away. I bet it'd be interesting to look, did any other car even stop in the area in that hour? Because if it didn't, then that means somebody came over the fence. What? So 911 call to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only timely report of a child on the interstate. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly behind. They located Carlee's wig, cell phone, and purse on the roadway. So that's more interesting, right? Her wig, cell phone, and purse were on the roadway near her vehicle. And I bet you it was on the inside, though, of the vehicle, because that's where she was standing. And Carlee's Apple Watch was in her purse. Investigators with the Crimes Against Persons I mean, it's sort of weird that if you're leaving on your own that you would leave your purse, though, isn't it? A little bit. And that's sort of a odd thing. Unless there's, like, not everything in the purse, something's missing. And was the purse... That was on the side of the road, too. But I guess if you're having a breakdown, you know. So we notified, the investigation immediately began. Okay, so Hoover police officers arrived. They located Carlee's wig, cell phone, and purse on the roadway near her vehicle, and Carlee's Apple Watch was in her purse. Investigators with the Crimes Against Persons unit were notified, and the investigation immediately began in earnest, with numerous leads being followed. Many local, state, and federal agencies immediately offered assistance and provided personnel and other resources to the investigation. Looked like they had a scent dog in there, too. No stone was left unturned, and the investigation continued throughout the weekend. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 Center received a call from Carlee's residence that she had returned home on foot. Hoover police and fire responded to the residence where Carlee was located. She was immediately transported by the Hoover Fire Department to UAB Hospital to be evaluated and was treated and released. Detectives responded to the residence and to UAB to take an initial statement from Carlee. The details of that statement are part of the ongoing investigation, which is expected to continue over the next few days. So, yeah, sounds like there likely is somebody else involved. I think we all knew that. But did she leave intentionally is what I'm saying. Because when she went through the woods, she had to get a ride from somebody, right? Like somebody... During the initial portion of the... you have an initial statement. The details of that statement are part of the ongoing investigation, which is expected to continue over the next few days. During the initial portion of the investigation, detectives were able to retrace nearly all of Carlee's steps until the point she went missing, and are confident that will continue to be the case. Let's see. During the initial portion of the investigation, detectives were able to retrace nearly all of Carlee's steps until the point she went missing, and are confident that will... That's kind of that doesn't even make sense. Jesus. The Hoover Police Department continues to be extremely grateful for the outpouring of support from the Hoover community and Russell family, and they continue to rest and recover from the situation. See, they're not wording it like, there's some, situation, really? And ask for their wishes to be respected regarding their privacy. This release contains all the information the Hoover Police Department is able to release at this time. As we continue to investigate, we will release information that is determined to be factual and pertinent to the public. Right, so, if there isn't a need for the public to know, then we're not going to get to know. When a press conference is scheduled, we will provide advance notice of the date, time, and location. So, I don't know. Sounds like they are still investigating. I guess my opinion is just that she wasn't abducted from the side of the road, and there wasn't a little person there. Okay? That's just my opinion. I just don't see anything, What do you guys... aren't we still kind of where we were yesterday? Let me just play... Yeah, I'm going to play this at 50% of the speed, okay? So there's these crazy people out there saying that these are not that specific thing there, but these lights. Those are actually her lights. These lights coming right here, they blink at the same time. It's just a reflection on the camera. Later, there's also, or another time, there's yellow lights going like this, and somebody on Twitter goes, "Oh, look at that! It's an ATV!" Well, no, it's not, because there's a car in the middle of the road over here who's blinking at the same time, and they're yellow lights just like the ATV, quote, ATV in the middle of the woods. All right? It's bullshit. All right. I always notice people see whatever they want to see to make their story work. I'm just looking at it like, okay, let's see what we're seeing. And this is the video where I took out the blinks. You know, so when the lights flash, I remove those. And it seems to make a big difference. And that'll happen here in a second. Thanks, Katie Lucas. See, I removed them. Now watch how easy it is to see a door open. Right there. Somebody kind of walks around. They're standing there. I think it's her. And I actually almost feel like she has a backpack on. And then put something on the ground right there. I bet you all those items were found sort of in that area there. On the sort of near the rear right tire. But I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. It sort of looks like there's something bulging. I mean, I know it's too pixelated to come up with to know for certain anything. Okay. And then there's a point back here, and this is, keep in mind, this is double the, well, it's actually almost real speed here because I'm removing half of a second basically with the flash part. 12 frames, so there's 30 frames a second. So it's. So now it's blinking again. Because I never actually got to finish it. See, I think she's already gone at this point. See, I think right here is when she takes off. Alright, so look right in there, and then watch how there's something that moves. Just a second. Right there. See how there's a little darkness that heads off towards the in front of the sign or behind it? I think it's going behind it, actually. See that? So I think right there you see that same darkness go back that direction, and I don't see anybody. You know, there was no car there when it pulled up. I mean, you can go back in time. Here we go. Look, there's other cars driving around, or even you can just use her lights. There isn't a car, anybody, nothing on the road, right up and even up until here. There's nothing there. You mean Papini? Yeah. So this is right where it is. Mile marker 11.4. And so it looked like she kind of walked right behind it here, but it seems like her car might be like here or something, you know, right near 11.4. Then she goes behind that. And then for those of you who are wondering, we figured out yesterday where the camera is. Because it was kind of strange how it seemed like it was on the left side of the road, but it's actually right up here on this pole right there. And this is at 11.7 miles. Yeah, I know you did. I just showed it, Danielle. Yeah. Thank you. Right there, there's a camera. And that's the one we're looking at here. So if you look at the original video over here, it's kind of near the end. You know, there's this mile marker right here, and that one's 11.6, and it's already blinking when it's coming into the scene. I mean, as a matter of fact, watch this. See the lights right here, maybe? Let's see, I don't know if those are them. It could be because they're blinking. Oh, she's already up there. Hold on, let me see. Where's the part where maybe it's this one. Hold on a second. This one is the one I was looking for. From WBRC, they posted this. So right when the car even enters the scene, it's already blinking. See? And this one right here is 11.6, so it's way before that one. And so she's driving really slow. If she just saw a baby, who the hell drives 3/10 to 4/10 of a mile before pulling over when you're driving that slow? You would try to find, oh my God, and kind of pull over. Oh, you find a toddler, you would just pull over really quick, not drive another 0.4 miles. Okay. Now, the argument other people have is that yes, it's her second loop. All right, so the second loop would be that she was over here. Let me go. Hey, Cadillac, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a long time. What's going on? Boom. Thank you. Here, let me see if I can get over to the... Was it going to play? It would have went... I'll show you this in a second. I'll show you the loop. There it is. And the phone lines aren't open, so... Boom. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. So here's where the car pulled over. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, the child was right around in this area. Hold on. Jesus. Dumb. Right around in this area where it pulled over. Let's say the first time around she saw the child right around in here or something, walking around. Then she goes, oh crap, she's already going by it. But here's the thing, if you already drove by it, wouldn't you just pull over like almost immediately down here and then walk back? You know, I mean, I don't really understand why, but the argument is that she drove up here, took this exit, went around, came back on, drove all the way back over to here to take exit 13, and then, you know, come around, get back on over like this, and then drive back around, and then she turns her hazard lights on when she's approaching the general area where she saw the child, and then sort of pulls over apparently when she finds the child. That's the theory. But it's also weird when you see the child. I guess couldn't you have just pulled over into the shoulder, 200 or 300 yards down and pulled over and then got out? But maybe she wanted to pull up right next to the child, or I really don't know. I don't think there was a child is what I'm getting at here. Oh yeah, what? Why not, Cadillac? Am I on too late for you now? Yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Because look at right now, everybody. We only have 354 likes with 1,384 people watching. That means 1,000 of you haven't hit the like button yet. So we're gonna have to pause the show until we get to at least 700 and something. So here we go. Hit that like button, hit that like button, 10, 20, 25, 30, hit that like button. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. You take out your finger, your thumb, whatever it is. Do it with your eyeball if you have to. Just rub it on the button. Alright, you just press the button, one of the simplest things on the planet. Alright, everybody pull out. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Take out your finger, take out your thumb. If you don't have a thumb or a finger, use your tongue. Whatever it takes, just hit the damn like button. You want to put 30, sir, 25, and you're out. I'm 25, 30, now 5, I'm 35. Yeah, Gray, I don't like your show, man. You force people to hit the like button. You bastard. Okay. Yeah, press the like button with your damn eyeball if you have to. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, man. Thanks, Quinby. It's 200 from the car to the neighborhood running parallel with heavy woods. High fence. I already measured that yesterday, too. Seems far-fetched for a kidnap scenario with 2 people traveling that terrain and get out of there before the cops showed. Yes, that's what we talked about yesterday. Thank you very much, Quinby. Yeah. So where she pulled over, right here, if you take the measuring tape, well, it's actually right on the side of the road, so it's more like right there. And it's not 200 yards, by the way. It's only like 240 feet to get in to, make it into the property over here. In yards, it is 68 or so. Yeah. So it's just a really short jaunt through the woods to get through there. We were able to see yesterday from this spot right here. So this is almost where you would come out, and if you look up there, there appears to be a fence there. So what we're to imagine here is that some crazy abductor pulled into this neighborhood, parked their car, jumped over the fence with a little person, an Oompa Loompa, straight out of the 1970s movie. Okay, they bring him over the fence. They walk over to the road line and dress up this, and who otherwise would have been an Oompa Loompa, in a baby outfit, replete with diapers and a suckle. Whatever it is. Anyways, they're walking down the street, and the only person in the entire area driving on that highway was her that happened to see this child. Okay? She's the only one. And so they waited for that one person. And they got really lucky with this one because they drove by it. And then they did a whole loop and came back around and pulled over right next to the Oompa Loompa. All right? And when they got out, the bigger guy, the Augustus Gloop character, came running over, and they sort of whatever it was, hey, come over here, and then she went over into the woods by herself because there's only one person on the camera there. At least it looks like it. Then they get over here, and the Augustus Gloop character throws the Oompa Loompa over the fence, okay? Then he climbs over the fence, and then they go on, and whatever happens. We don't know yet, but that's what happened, everybody. That's what happened. I'm being facetious, okay? I'm just... Nothing in here makes sense, all right? And then the other story. Oh, somebody was in the car with her. They're in the car with her. Oh, yeah, they're in the car. And then they pull over and abduct her from another vehicle, and then somebody else drives her vehicle and leaves it on the side of the road. Okay, so let's say somebody else commandeered a vehicle and they need to dump it on a highway. Are they going to put their flashers on, for God's sakes, for a half mile and driving slowly, saying, hey, cops, look at me, come over here? Or would you drive down the highway, pull over quickly, boom, and bolt into the woods? That's what you would do, right? But no, this This vehicle, so that theory to me is ludicrous as well. Oompa loompa doopa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. Gum chewing's fine. Yeah, I love that movie. You know, anybody who liked the one with Johnny Depp, man, you guys are nuts. That movie sucked. Hey, thanks to Velvet Army. I have to go to jail for making you laugh? Jesus. Man, that's not cool. Hey, thanks. The Velvet Army. And tomorrow I'm sending out, I got 4 notebooks to send out. I got 4 orders now. Thank you. You had me on Oompa Loompa. Nobody reported a baby or an Oompa Loompa missing. Yeah, I mean, especially the Oompa Loompa. I think that is strange. Now, here's the thing. There could be some other type of an element here where, I mean, it's pretty elaborate for even somebody that's going to be running away to make up something like this. And was there somebody else that she was contacting with, that she met up with, and maybe that didn't go so well or whatever? But I just don't think she was abducted. All right? That's my opinion. It doesn't feel like she was abducted from the side of the road. I haven't seen anything to suggest it. Of course, I don't have the perfect version of it. Hey, thanks, Kit Kat. The legend, Kit Kat. She's been around forever. I think she was on our first Halloween live stream. I think she sat there the whole time. 50,000 reward for oh yeah, isn't that weird too, Jason? I always find that strange when people give too big of money too quick, because usually right away somebody shows up. But and then in this case you don't lose it. But you know, I mean, if I had, they seem like they're pretty wealthy, so I don't think it would, you know, maybe 50,000 just what they thought of, and maybe get some quick answers right now, you know. So I wouldn't really blame that. But yeah, there's cases like Morphew, you know, the $250,000 like right away. That was a little weird. Yeah, the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. How about the part when they get on the boat and they're in there and it's like, oh man, that's scary. All these weird images start popping up on the screen. Yeah. I like the final line though. So somebody offered Charlie, Mr. Slugworth, offered Charlie some sort of compensation just by whispers. We don't know what it was. If he would get the everlasting gobstopper and hand it to him. But it turns out that Mr. Slugworth was an actual employee of Mr. Wonka, and it was a test. So at the very end, Willy Wonka sets down the gobstopper and he says, and walks away. And then Mr. Wonka said, "And so shines a good deed in a weary world." And then that changed Charlie's life forever. There you go, everybody. The greatest movie in the history of mankind. That's right, he said that right before that. He said, "You lose! You stole the fizzy lifting drinks!" Yeah, that whole part there. But then he put the everlasting gobstopper back down. Okay? And like I told people before, if that movie was made today, Grandpa Joe would be absolutely trashed into oblivion because he sat there laying on a bed for years, letting Charlie's mother basically slave away in the kitchen, feeding him at every whim that he wanted. And then as soon as a golden ticket shows up, this guy jumped up like he was Carl Lewis. I mean, or Fred Astaire even. Man, he was dancing around. And what it really means, Grandpa Joe, is that you had the ability to help all those years, but you did not. All right. Let's be honest, everybody. Let's be honest. That lazy ass Grandpa Joe. We should actually make a mug with Grandpa Joe on the back and just call it lazy ass. Because that guy, he definitely could have been moving around, don't you think? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know SNL made one. That probably would be funny. Well, it's sort of true, right? The Velvet Army? I mean, really? When you're watching it, you don't think of those things, but later in life, you're just wondering, how come Charlie's mom had to work her ass off so much, and he just got to sit there on a bed, and then he got another spark of life in him. Which only took about 5 minutes. Remember, he could barely get out of bed. 2 minutes later, he's dancing around. That's unbelievable. Of course you did, Danielle. Of course you did. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. All those years as a kid having watched the movie, I never thought of it as an adult. I know, right? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. 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 Lazy ass Grandpa Joe. All right, well, maybe I'll make one of those. It'll be pretty funny. Yeah. All right, so what do you got? I mean, I don't think there's even... So the thing that makes the most sense when you go through all the other theories that are out there is that she pulled over on her own, and it's sort of... whether she made up the story, I don't know, but it could be there was an event, like a mental event that she had. I don't know. That she's saying she saw this. But then people were putting out these stories about this other little person that was used as a ruse to abduct other people. So then people started running with that. But let's just say, pretend that that's a story that happened. Where the hell did they go? Like I just said a minute ago, I was like, how did they get out of here? You're gonna set up camp. You're gonna put your car of the abduction in the, because nobody crossed the freeway. We know that for sure, right? Watch the video. There isn't a soul that goes this way. Nobody. There's no car slowing down. Nothing. There's nobody that runs across the freeway. So they went this way. And you're going to put a abduction vehicle in a community like this, that like every house probably has 19 different Ring doorbell cameras on it. I mean, look at this thing. These are mansions, basically. You know, maybe not mansions, but $500,000 to $600,000 homes here. Every one of them, they're nice. So that just doesn't make any sense, right? No, Gray, they hiked this way all the way through, and then a car parked over here. Okay. And the cops got there. You see it on video. They get there, and they're there for like 4 hours. Let me see if I have it from yesterday. Yeah, there's a couple of these stills here. So I got these off this one website that you had to pay for, but it tells you this one was at 10. Let's see. That was at 1:01 a.m. Right after that, they're gone. So the cops were still sitting there. And this one's at 9:44. That's when that's one of the shots that I have where it actually showed up. So this is literally 8 minutes after what we saw. I just don't get to watch the whole video from 9:34 all the way on. This one, though, right here is 9:44. Then this one's at 9:49. So it just kind of keeps going and going and going. And they're there until 1:01. And then the very next frame, they're out of there. Thank you, Cadillac. Jeez. That's so kind. Why would she make this up if she was trying to get an abortion? I don't know. Who said that? I never heard anything about an abortion. I think it's something where she was feeling She wasn't getting enough attention from her boyfriend or in just life in general, and just did something. Or it could just be a mental, like a breakdown of some sort. I mean, who knows? She was saying she wants to have a family, and maybe there was some problem. Oh yeah? So you're saying they went to this house right here? And what happened there? Is there a camera footage of her? How do you know that they went to that spot? Quinby. How do you know that her mom went there? Was it on camera or? Just to get the. Yeah, I mean that's the part where it seems like it's sort of a break of some sort. Yesterday's poetry, because he sort of. I mean, yeah. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just leave your car on the road? But I mean, I think it makes it more dramatic, you know. I mean, where's the little kid on the side of the road? Yeah, and if you have proof of that, Quinby, just email it to me so I can show it on the air. Okay, I can't. I'm not going to play that. That was a while back, right? I mean, right during the search. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no kid and there's no car. There is her car. Police have said they can't find anybody in the car. And I was reading where they said that she was communicating with other people right up until the time. So maybe some of those other people have some knowledge of what was going on. Yeah, well, she left her purse and her phone and watch. It's a little weird to leave a purse like that, but it gives it believability, right? If you're abducted, most of the time the person doesn't let you take your phones or your purse or anything like that. But here's the thing: if it is a mental break, doesn't the phone and all the wig and everything being left there sort of take that off the board? Because you wouldn't be thinking about leaving that there at that point. That wouldn't be part of the break. You'd be like, oh God, and you go off. I think it does, Daphne. I don't think you're going to leave your wig and your purse and your phone. That seems like an opposing thing. I know you want it to be what you want it to be, so you're just going to keep saying no, because that's what I think. I know that you think what you think, but it's a little weird if it's a mental break to do things to sort of make it appear that you are being abducted. Yeah. Why do you think? Why are you saying that, Stacy? I don't think so. Or are you talking about who are you talking about, Stacy? Not Queen Bee, right? The other one. Or who would you say? Not Queen Bee. What's her name? Queen. Yeah, Quinby. Not Queen. Yeah. I think she meant Queen, somebody else. Come on, Daphne. Come on. That is a little oppositional, don't you think? A little bit. Hello, everybody. And supposedly your car was still running. Yeah, so her car's still running. But see, her purse and everything was outside of the car. It seems like if she was just noticing something, she just would have ran, like a child, she would have ran over to the child. And all of her stuff still would have been in the car. Instead, her wig and everything is on the side, like on the ground there. Parents explained why they went there, and that was why that dispatch audio talks about the F-150 and call from the area about a woman screaming with the child, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Talks about the F-150. went there, and that's why that... I don't know what that means. Who said there was an F-150? Yeah, see, I don't look at the side drama sort of weird statements that people make. You just kind of look at the factual stuff that is in the, like the law enforcement puts out, and then here's this footage. This footage is what you really look at and go, well, where is the car? Where is anybody? Just her and her vehicle. Mm-hmm. All the scanner feed was compressed into one update with... Yeah, I already did all that. Penny. They copy what I do. Yeah. I remove the silence and make a shorter thing. But yeah, we don't bring up other people on here. Thanks. See you later. It's all on scanner. Yeah, I know. We heard it yesterday, Kyle. Were you not here when we played the scanner audio, Kyle? Did you miss it, Kyle? The F-150 was mentioned in the scanner. Yes, we know. We played it. I'm just saying, the F-150, we heard it in there, but how does it relate to it? Who's the one that said something about the F... Oh my God, these people. With the whole kidnapping theory, they would have been better off just remaining silent, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, right. Did they say they didn't see the food, or are they keeping that mum? Oh yeah, she just bought food, right? That's interesting. That's right, I'm so mean! I want to hear the dispatch when she came back home. That'd be pretty cool. That's right, I took out the flashing light from the scanner. Or not the scanner, the camera. But yeah, I took out the flashing light. Sort of similar to removing the silence on there. Did they keep talking about it even later in the evening, like 10 o'clock and 10, 11 and 12 and stuff like that? We just listened to the first part of the scanner. You know the answer to that one, Kyle? I mean, was it just that first hour, basically? The dispatch after she got back home is released. Where? Any chance someone could have drugged her drink if she... No, I don't. Yeah, so it's just that 1 hour, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know I was asking, the F-150, the way it was worded up above, sounded like they were talking about the house behind them. So that's what was confusing about that. And then the red, yeah, remember the red roof in scanner? Yeah. Yeah, we had that one on here. Or did we? Yeah, yeah. It was the part where it said something like that they, let's see. Yeah, the Red Roof Inn scanner was the part where the person at Red Roof Inn said that a family member came and said they got a call from Carlee from that Red Roof Inn, but she wasn't there anymore. Why'd you remove that one, Kyle? I could understand it. There was much chatter on the scanner that night. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When she came home, it was on the scanner now. I heard it. Okay. Well, good for you. Thanks for sending it. Let's see. F-150 was mentioned the first night. Yeah, we know. How long are people like on 20-minute delays here, or what's going on? It's weird. Yeah, we don't know if the food was left in the vehicle because she just bought it just right before that. You're so mean, Gray. You know she was beamed up by aliens. Yeah. What time frame? Well, we already know. Let's see. I'll just find it myself. Let's do it. I'm not gonna have anybody send me anything. 16. We've got the Carlee Russell. They released a statement. And in the statement, inside of here, it said something about at 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 Center received a call from Carlee's residence that she was returned. So that is on July 15th. All right, so let's go to Broadcastify. Right there. I think I'm in here. Archive. United States, Alabama, Jefferson County. Wait, I hit the wrong one. Jefferson. And I think it was this one, Hoover. People are still listening to it for some reason. And that was at 10:45. So it's going to be in this one right here. And this one starts at let's see if we can do it. Alright, this one started though at, let me go back, 16, $15. Right, and that was at 10:19. Okay, so if it's a 10:19, 10:29, 39, should be right in this, kind of in here. Let's see.
38. Scene 50, 34, 34, Shannon, Winona Road, a Chevy Colorado in a ditch. Both Bessemer and Jefferson County claiming it's not theirs. 3141 for 108. 31.
Nah, it's actually more like right in here.
108. 38, we call Jefferson County, they're going to go. You get 1025.
Romeo Whiskey, November 7390, Alicia Parker, on a 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer, blue in color, expiration 7 of 23, negative.
$19, $25.
754, nothing further.
Could be right there.
54, 22, 44.
752, traffic stop. Bit 31 at Express Oil Change, Highway 31 northbound. It's going to be a Volkswagen hatchback, 95 Echo Echo Foxtrot.
That sounds like D&K Rec.
Echo Echo Foxtrot.
That's like D&K Rec. That's him. Derek.
2245.
40, that's 2 and 4. In row.
Yeah, how about right in here?
111 Rescue 11 respond 2029 nominally passed.
13 on the route as well.
Well, that's what I just heard it, Quinby.
111 Rescue 11 respond 2029 nominally passed. Unresponsive female. 111 Rescue 11 2029 nominally passed. Adult female unresponsive is breathing. Police are en route. Stage for police.
Unresponsive, but and she's breathing. So she went there on foot, but now she's unresponsive.
Engine 5 responding.
Engine 5 responding.
2644, my apologies. Are you clear for traffic?
Is that all there is, or is there more to it? I don't think it doesn't mean that, man. It never means that.
At the time, and said please advise.
Temple.
Thank you, Lead with Love.
Point 11 Rescue 11 respond.
11 Rescue 11 responding.
There's another chunk of stuff here. Let's see.
34, I sent you a 77 Ridge Crossing Spartan.
Yeah, they always sound like this. Yeah, I always imitate these guys. They sound like this. 10 Yeah, wow. And then they have this guy dictating this stuff. Who the hell knows what they're talking about? Yeah, 10-4. Yeah.
Police are en route. Unresponsive female is breathing.
I think what's a prerequisite is you got to put marbles in your mouth when you make your phone call. They make you do that.
717, confirming you're in service.
I don't know if there's anything more on here.
717, 2248.
3-5. I'm out with 5-2.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's when they showed up there. I don't know if there's more to it, like when they actually get there, maybe. Is there another? Let me try. I'll try the next one and see what we. So that one's 10:19, and then 10:49. This one starts.
Yep.
Not only passed. Police are en route. Unresponsive female is breathing. 17.
Oh, is that so that's this one.
7.
Okay. So this is the new one. Oh.
7.
Not only passed.
Yeah, so they're there again. This is 10:49. Volume, ample time. Let me make it. I'm gonna make it like 5 higher.
7.
Not only passed. Police are en route. Unresponsive female is breathing. 17. 717, confirming you're in service.
4 Charlie, off back up.
717, 2248.
3-5. I'm out with 5-2.
Okay, now that we're in this hour, I'm gonna do my technique where I remove everything, truncate silence, and then the whole thing is 10 minutes long. The entire hour is 10 minutes.
7.
So let's listen to it again.
Not only passed. Police are en route. Unresponsive female is breathing. 17. 717, confirming you're in service.
4 Charlie, off back up.
717, 2248.
3-5. I'm out with 5-2.
2248.
38, I'm 23. Be advised, we've got a large crowd out here in the street.
Quinn 11 on scene staging. Quinn 11 be not only passed. Quinn 11 be advised. Scene is secure, you can go on in.
Received.
That's that.
Rescue
Regarding that again.
Gentlemen.
40, show me 23.
Gentlemen.
744 traffic stop.
744.
65 north, 252 mile marker on a Kia Rio, silver in color, Stallions auto sales, drive off tag.
744, 2250.
60 Direction Patrol.
760.
King Street Pharmacy. Me and Service Charlie.
760, 2250.
Yeah. That's what I'm
38,
saying.
who's on call persons right now? Fountains notified.
Building maintenance contacted. Command terminated.
Received. Terminated.
5-2 all units in service, Juliet.
52, 2252.
512.
12.
And that's the narrative that Captain Cecily has been notified.
Time out.
Gentlemen.
Oh, Roger, 554.
Roger, uniform, November.
Agent 5 is on scene. Huckleberry command.
Engine 5 on scene, Huckleberry Command.
540 to 512.
12.
Can't hear anything.
Hey, we should have all the family members that were here on the front porch.
Coming up 23.
34.
Go ahead.
23, 2020 Kia Optima, Melissa McIntosh, Sweetwater, Alabama, 1011.
Number 4930. 963 7106.
Donald Garner of Sweetwater, Alabama, current negative.
Civil.
I can show you.
Not only pass. Will you call X-ray E103? Have her call
Parents
me,
live
please.
right there.
Gentlemen.
Lima 11. Get her to come over here and just have her call me, okay?
Gentlemen.
31 Hotel Echo.
Gentlemen.
Very chill.
It's like 3 miles if you could fly. It's really
Dispatch
close.
to 735, property damage.
35.
735, property damage, non-criminal, 1270 Montgomery Highway at Baumhauer's. Black Traverse, sideswiped in the parking lot. Did not see the vehicle that did it. Would like to make a report.
35 copy, I'll be en route.
735, 2256.
I redirect X-ray 103 there.
Tim.
744. I'll be in service November.
744, 2257.
Well, what time did we get this call?
Came in at 2244.
35, I'm on the scene.
735, 2259.
Father, thanks.
13.
Yeah, 2036, only passed. Tend to get footage. 13, what time did the call come in?
44.
Lima 11.
11.
Yeah, you can go through the woods. There's
I
a
know
fence.
you've given this out at least
it
once.
looks
What was
like.
the time of this 911 call?
754 traffic stop.
754.
Your name is Zoe Smile? That's your last name?
Pulled into
Smile?
the Vestavia package store parking lot. Whiskey Foxtrot November 713.
Yeah.
754, 2302.
And Harlem.
Yeah.
One patient en route to UAV by Rescue 11 with additional medic. Only command terminated.
Out to UAV with additional medic. Command terminated. 744.
Montgomery Highway, Lorna Road, on a Chrysler 300 with a Hendrix.
744.
UA Alvin Evelyn 972073.
Maybe.
Temple.
Status current, Delta, negative. 42305.
744.
Yeah, I don't know. There might be more. I don't really want to sit there and. I'm a fan of listening to scanner audio of relevant stuff, but sitting there and just listening to scanner audio is sort of weird. I mean, we could listen to. I don't know. Molly go heavier. Jesus, that's funny. That was them saying they were taking her to UAB. Yeah. Kind of boring. Yeah. So anyways, she made it home, and the story that the narrative that was put in the 911 calls doesn't make sense to me. That she saw a child and pulled over, and somebody abducted her right at that moment. To make that work, there has to be a second loop, or you can't explain the blinking lights. But then when you pulled over, there was no car there. So how did the abductor get her away? Well, they went into the woods. Well, you went into a neighborhood with 1,000 cameras. That doesn't make any sense. So just kind of break it down to that, and we'll see what happens. So the now the good news is she's safe and nothing happened to her. You know, and however it turns out, she must have been in a weird place to do something like this if it turns out she did something intentionally. If she's got a medical issue, like Daphne said, then she, you know, she needs help there. So can't really blame her for something like that. Like if she has schizophrenia or something like that, you can't go, oh my God, that, you know, then you just have to feel sorry for her, and hopefully, you know, medications and stuff would help out. The part that doesn't make a lot of sense there is why would you then hide the fact that or try to make it look like you were abducted by putting your purse on the ground, your wig, and all the other stuff, right? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think her theory is very possible given the situation. It's one of the only ones that sort of makes sense, other than what I just said. No, that's not true, Zozo. Yeah. Her whole family kept saying she was. Yeah, she never said I got abducted. She screamed. So what else would it be? They're even saying that now. Her boyfriend's saying that she was kidnapped. Yeah. Yeah, there was no toddler. So that's not true what you just wrote up there, Zozo. You're incorrect. You can't legally become a nurse if you have schizophrenia. Well, maybe she didn't know she had it until right then. Mm-hmm. Anyways, does anybody have any more thoughts on it? Because I got some updates on that serial killer in the Heuermann, whatever the hell you want to pronounce it. No, well it's LISK, but I'm talking about Heuermann. Yeah, that's his name. Company as a dispatcher, they use police codes and signals. Yeah, well, if they don't release anything, then you know it's something that was a mental problem. Because she's of age, so it's not like you're protecting somebody. So if we hear... Today, what you hear from the family is, you know, we need time to... It's just the classic phrase when there's something that isn't nefarious that people use, even though they said they're still looking for something. You know, we'll see. I mean, it wouldn't shock me at all if there's some other person that she stopped to go meet. I just don't think there was somebody on the side of the road abducting her. But she could have planned all this to go do something with somebody else, AKA like a Papini situation. But I don't think the original story is going to be true, that there was a kid that she saw when nobody else saw the kid. And she's the only one that got out of the car. I mean, I can go over this 50,000 times, and it's hard to make a good story out of it. Yep, I read it, yep. Report thing, and plainly read she was taken to the hospital and was released. Yeah, I read it on the air. Anyone can be a student forever if they want. Yeah, I was almost one of those people. I went to college for 5.5 years. Ended up with 220 credits. I know I have another degree in there somewhere. What I need now is to know a good mathematician that can sort of manipulate all the different classes. Oh, you got a minor in this, you got a minor in that one, you got the Gray's house. Jesus. Who is this guy? Let's see, is this one brand new? Oh, yes it is. See you later. Let's see, what do we got here? They stating she found out on... Oh, wait. I don't know what... Hold on a second. I don't know. Hold on. I'll unhide that. I'm not sure what the origins of that are. Yeah, it's Gray's house, man. Sure. Gray's house. I'm not sure who that is. Let's see. Where's the manhunt? Yeah, I know it is. I just removed it, but now I unhit it. We'll see what it turns out to be. I hate hearing... Well, we don't know what she has. Well, I mean, I'd rather have her have a mental problem than to set up a ruse like this intentionally. Wouldn't you guys? I mean, actually, for her long-term health, I would rather her not have one. But in terms of society, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of society, you'd rather have somebody not intentionally do something like that. It looked like a leprechaun to me, yeah. We could all see the leprechaun there for sure. So, I'm going to show you guys this stuff on the serial killer. And then maybe at the end we can come back to this or whatever. But I'm sure about 800 people will leave. Oh, he's not talking about that over and over? Okay, I'm going to get out of here. So, the Rex Heuermann. You guys interested in listening to the Shannon Gilbert 911 call, which led to all the bodies being found at Gilgo Beach and all the rest of them? I've got it right here. The full call. It's really weird. Very strange one. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. And then... So here's him being arrested, you guys. This is pretty interesting. Watch this. If I can open the damn thing. That's pretty sweet. So watch this. He's walking down the street. This guy right here. The 6'5" Ogre, basically. And it's weird, too, because there's this one guy that was part of the recording. This guy sort of seems like, I don't know, somebody behind him seems like he was part of it. I started it over because of the glitch that I saw. So there he is. It's pretty sweet. It's just like something you see in the movies, you know? Watch this. Look over here, these guys in suits walking. It's pretty hilarious. Look at these guys. Yeah, they all look exactly the same. We don't look suspicious. These guys are ridiculous. Let me ask you something. If you saw 3 guys walking next to each other, look at this right here. Ding, ding, ding. Absolutely. Oh, you can't even see because my face. Hold on. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. They all look exactly the same. The same suit, the tie. There isn't a damn thing that's different about them. Yeah, that doesn't look suspicious. These guys. How about you dress undercover next time? Look at him. Oh. Bam. I'm not sure who this guy was. What was he doing? He almost seems like he was part of it, but I don't know. Look at these guys. All wearing suits. Black suits. The same everything. If you see those guys, and well, I guess if you didn't do anything wrong, you wouldn't need to run, but I was going to say. Isn't that amazing? Right at that moment, he knew his life was over. Right as the FBI guys pulled him over, he knew exactly what it was about, and he knows he'll never sniff freedom again. Pretty awesome. What, Gray? You think it's nice to not let somebody have freedom again? Yeah, I do. I think not letting serial killers have freedom again is generally a good idea. What do you guys think? Should we do a poll on that? Is it okay to lock up serial killers, or are they people? You know, I tell you, you know what they always say? These serial killers, they always say stuff like, I mean, I've said this before, but they go, you know, I started picking up the Bible while I was in here. Well, I tell you what we should do, everybody. When we find serial killers, we should just hand them a Bible and just call it a day. Hey, listen, I know you're a serial killer, but if you just read this book here, I feel like you could be a productive member of society again, and why don't you just get back out there? All right? Thank you. Because it works, man. I mean, as soon as they read the Bible, they're these great people, and, you know, they expect us to... yeah. Anyways, so that is the arrest there. And then we got this really creepy... look at this weird shit here. Gilgo Beach murder update. Police find child-sized doll among search for killer's trophies. Uh-oh. So this guy is a pedophile, and what he was doing is all of his victims were 5 feet tall and or less, and 100 pounds. So I think he was trying to find people that sort of could somewhat match what he liked. Okay. Among the items pulled from the house of Gilgo Beach murder suspect Rex Heuermann home by cops was a antique doll the size of a small child posted in a glass display case. Oh, just think of that, man. Jeez, he was probably looking at it. Investigators were seen on Saturday carefully carrying the creepy-looking curio out of Herman's childhood home in Massapequa Park on Long Island, according to a report. So I guess it was in the New York Post. Let's see what they said. Do they have a picture of it, or? Oh, there it is. Oh, jeez. God. I guess it's sort of... Oh, there it is. It's a blonde little doll on its side sitting on a chair in a glass thing. See, the face is right there, and then the hair comes down. Well, let's see. I think if I just rotated it around. Just want to see if that's even... And by the way, thank you up there to Carlee Gal 3. Thank you. Appreciate your generosity. And you still haven't got a hold of me yet, Carlee Gal 3, to do the... so Carlee Gal 3 is a court reporter. And I think there's a lot of us that would love to know how the hell these people are able to do this. To literally follow every single word at a trial or deposition, and at the same time, sometimes even be totally conscious of what's being said. Can you just wait a second, Mona L? Jesus, God. It's just unreal, you know? I actually downloaded it so I could do something with it. My God, so I think that's it right there. So it's like they're like braided hair, faces right there, and probably feet and thigh, just kind of sitting on a chair right there. See? So that's crazy. Yeah, we saw that video the other day. That's his face now. Oh, I bet I got called so mean, everybody. Guess what that means? He's in prison. I got put in jail by Shannon 360 and jeez. Alright. So, it's unfortunate, but I am in prison now. And this is from earlier in the day, too. From the full day show. So we got the Super Freaks. Oh, wait, I gotta get this adjusted here. Hold on a second. How do I get the... I think we're missing the... Wait, it's over. Oh, crap. I don't know how to fix it. Sorry. That's the doll, infant from the highway kidnapping case last night. No, it's not. Wow, I got put in jail by Diana Susie, Baz B, Shannon 360, and Sean Pellegrino. Wow. And yes, let's see, what is it? Isn't a mean person in here? Right, exactly. But I was called mean, and I'm now stuck in jail until I get bailed out, unfortunately. That's just sort of how it works. There's Shannon 360 got me a Coke in the cantina there. Thank you very much. The missing toddler from the side of the road. Huh? What happened, Carrie 2711? Oh, look at that. Bail Bucks by Ali79. Look at that. Yeah, so, I mean, part of what we do on this channel is when I'm doing the shows, the freaks support the channel with super chats and, channel memberships, everything like that. And then at the end of the month, I donate over 50% of the net revenue. So, merely after I pay taxes every quarter, I donate over 50% of what's remaining. And we've given away $157,000 to charities since January of 2020. So when you're wondering, I mean, when I get thrown in jail, it's just a way to help the channel. Today I've done, this will be, where are we at now? Almost 6 hours of shows already. Dobby Smith, Diana Susie, and Carlee Gal 3. All right, let me get out of here. Thank you guys for bailing me the hell out of prison. Cab fare. Yeah, I got cab fare, got dropped off somewhere, and see what happens, right? Wherever $5 would get me. Lindsay G said 100 Shades of Grey. Yeah. I like to say hues. Get it? Hues of gray. I'm surprised he's walking with cops, no vest on. Herman 59. Yeah, so it's crazy. So let's listen to the Shannon Gilbert 911 call. And it's out on the Gilgo Beach, so I can listen to it.
Hello?
So this is 22 minutes long, and let's go out there really quick. I could just tell by the green where it was. So Shannon Gilbert was an escort, sex worker. Went to a house pretty much right there and does this 911 call and then disappears. Just disappears off the face of the earth. And then when they went searching for her, they found 10 bodies all along here. Just recently, they just arrested the Rex Heuermann guy for the arrest of Costello, Bartholomew, Barnes, and Waterman. All of them, he had burner phones that he purchased and called them just prior to meeting them. And I mean, it's just pretty amazing affidavit they put together on that. And then there's also this Asian male that dressed as a female that's just right there. I can't imagine that not being related. Then there's also Jessica Taylor, which was years and years ago. And then right here is Valerie Mack. But so far, they're just saying that these four are connected because of the way that they were found. They were all, 3 of them were bound with clear plastic tape, and 1 was bound with belts. But given the timing and where they're placed, they think those 4 are related. All right, so now let's just listen to the... And then, so just what's strange about it is Shannon Gilbert isn't believed to be related to any of those. Yet her being missing is what led to all of these. Is that nuts or what? So here we go.
09, how can I assist you? Hello? Hello? Hello, you dialed into the 911 system. How can I assist you? Hello?
Yeah.
Do you need the police?
Yeah.
Where? Where? Who's there with you? Hello? What's going on?
Well, somebody asked me.
What?
Somebody asked me.
Somebody is harassing you?
After me.
Who?
Can you trace where I am?
Let me talk to him.
Can you trace where I am?
Let me talk to him.
I'm by the Jones Beach.
You're at Jones Beach?
By the Jones Beach.
All right, let me connect you to state police. Stay on the line.
Why?
You got to talk louder to them.
Why? Why?
State Police, Trooper Fry. State Police.
Yeah, there's somebody after me.
I'm sorry?
There's somebody after me.
Where are you?
There's somebody after me.
Okay, where are you?
There's somebody after me.
Where are you, ma'am?
I don't know.
You're driving right now?
No, I'm inside the house.
I'm sorry?
I'm inside the house.
What house?
I don't know. Can you trace where I am?
I'm sorry?
Can you trace where I am?
No, I can't. What's your callback number you're calling from?
Huh?
What phone number are you calling from?
Somebody's after me. Please.
Are you in Suffolk County or Nassau County?
I'm in Long Island.
Where on Long Island are you?
No. 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 No, stop, no.
Where in Long Island are you? In Suffolk County? Nassau County?
Huh? Why? Why you call me by my name? Why?
County, you on the line?
Stop. Please. Stop it, please. Please stop. Please. Can you shut the door?
No, time to go.
Please. Please.
Please. Go that way, please. Come on, let's go. Come on, we're all going outside. Come on, go outside. Oh. Come on, all of us. Come on, we're all going outside. Come on.
No, please.
Come on. Please, come on.
Please.
Come on.
Why? Why?
County, are you on the line?
Hurry up, I want to show you something.
Why?
I want to show you this. Please come on. Please.
Why? Why are you guys doing this to me?
What?
Doing this.
What county are you in, ma'am?
Doing this. Why are you calling me by my name? Please.
Please give it to me.
No, please.
Give me here.
No.
Please.
No, stop it, please. Stop it, please. Please stop it. Please stop it. No, stop it. Please stop it. No.
Let me fix that.
Please stop it. No, please stop it, please. Please stop it, please. No, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me? Stop it.
Please, get him out of here. What do you want?
No.
I'm go upstairs. You leave. I'm going to go upstairs. You leave. I'm going to go upstairs. Okay? You leave. Please. Please. Get there. My hold. What's the matter? Are you okay?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do to me?
She's in my house on my
Why?
Huh? Well, I don't know, but it was transferred to me.
Why?
No.
Are you going to tell me?
It came into, I think it's Suffolk County on the transfer to the county Manhattan.
Why are you going to...
Call Suffolk County.
You freaking miracle. Come on.
I'm in the middle of nowhere?
Let's go back to Manhattan. Right? We're in Long Island. We're out near the water.
Please, stop.
Me, Mike. Brother, come on.
No, stop it, please.
Oh, okay, fine.
See, it's kind of weird because it doesn't really sound like the people there doing something, like almost like she's having some sort of a break of some sort.
Please take my time to what, to dive?
Yeah, I'm near the water.
To dive? I didn't do anything.
631. 511.
Why?
Well, they know who they know who the driver is, and they know who the person is that she went to see. None of that's in question.
Some guy named Mike.
Wait. Why? 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 Why, Mike? For fun? For me?
I'm never going to enjoy it again. Why?
Yeah, I don't think that there was just, this is something weird. Maybe it was a drug-induced something or other. I don't know. It's weird. Nobody, I mean, the people there know she's on the phone and everything. It's not like, and then she just started running away and they couldn't catch her.
I never do. I never did. Mike, please. Mike, please.
I think that's her boyfriend, right? Mike or something? Or
Please. Please.
What do you mean you don't understand the context of the case? She was just a sex worker. I just showed you on the screen. I don't. What made it confusing? She was a sex worker that went out to a John's house over here with her boyfriend driving, I guess. And then something weird happened, and then she went and she disappeared. Eventually, her body was found in this marsh right here. It appears like she just got stuck in there, and they don't even know how she died or anything like that. And then while they were looking for her, they were out here and they did some training or something down in this area, and they started discovering all these bodies all along this highway here. So it's weird, you know, just a kind of a coincidence. But even if she died accidentally, she is the reason that the other bodies were found. Nobody was ever going to be looking for them. Some of the bodies have been there since like 1997. Let's see. Well, it says right up at the top. Well, it doesn't say there, does it?
I don't know what phone she's calling from. But
I don't know when the call was made.
Where she's coming from?
Doesn't really matter now. They've made an arrest and everything.
She needs help.
You're like, I'm going to find my own way home.
There's a shot in the house with the female. And the female was the initial caller.
So this is all set up?
You set everything up? I waited for you. You told me you're going to find your way home, so I was like, what? You know, nothing that I called.
So this is all set up?
You never did this before. Well, you're joking with me, right?
Why?
Yeah, I just said that, Christopher, that they think she just went into the marsh and sort of couldn't get out and died of exposure.
I don't know. Why are you doing that?
All right, I'll say I was lying.
You did?
Why?
I think they're just recording it. I mean, she wasn't responding to her, so.
631 number.
Why?
You can try talking to her, but she's not.
See right there, she said, I tried talking to her, but she's not.
Please. Hello? Hello?
It's almost like she has her phone on, but sort of forgot she called 911 or something.
Please. What's the What's the matter? What happened? Hello? Please, get me out of here, Lee. Hello? You're being sarcastic about this. You were part of this all along.
Part of what? I don't know what that means, Canadian JoJo.
Mike.
Is that you?
Mike, please.
You're an OG sub? You're not a channel member? Jeez. Yeah.
I just want to go home.
Yeah, who knows if it's an accident or not?
Well, we can give them...
We don't know. I'd like to see the report.
573-9308.
Is that us? What's going on?
No, they don't think that.
What? Yeah.
Extension answering. That's the number it came in.
Why are you sitting there knocking about this house, then? Something's gonna happen to me.
There's nobody outside.
Yeah, you could call it.
This is her right
But
here.
we're not going to know where it is. County should call it.
Right.
No, isn't that the county phone number?
Please.
Every time county number transfers something over.
Okay.
511 thing.
Get out of here. What's in the phone?
Oh, it does? Hot Suffolk? It's got to be Suffolk, right? Hello?
Stop it. Stop it, Mike.
Hello, where are you?
Huh?
Where are you?
What's going on there?
What's your name?
Where's the bathroom? I'll see it.
What's your name?
Shannon Gilbert.
What's your name?
Shannon Gilbert.
Where are you?
I'm by, I'm in Long Island.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Huh?
This is the one where the sister, her sister killed her mom later. I mean, just a horrible, didn't her sister have like schizophrenia or something like that? Let's see, hold on. Shannon Gilbert, sister kills mom. Yeah, so Shannon Gilbert's sister accused of stabbing their mother 200 times, found guilty in jury trial. The jury has returned a guilty verdict in New York murder of Sarah Gilbert, who allegedly stabbed her mother to death in 2016, 6 years after the disappearance of her sister Shannon led to the discovery of 10 sets of human remains on a Long Island beach. This is in NBC News, New York. An Ulster County jury Thursday found 28-year-old Sarah Gilbert guilty of second-degree murder, rejecting a defense claim she was driven by mental illness. Prosecutors say she stabbed 52-year-old mother Mary more than... Well, I'll just move this over here so I don't have to break my neck looking over here. 28-year-old Sarah Gilbert, guilty of second-degree murder, rejecting defense claims she was driven by mental illness. Prosecutors say she stabbed her 52-year-old mother, Mary, more than 200 times and bashed her head with a fire extinguisher in the mother's Catskill home last July. John Ray, an attorney who represented the family on previous matters, said at the time of Gilbert's arrest in July that the young woman was mentally ill and hearing voices. Ray, who had not been formally retained in the murder case at the time of his comments, said she had gone to her mother's home because she was hallucinating, and Mary Gilbert died while trying to help her mentally ill daughter. Shannon Gilbert, Mary's daughter, and Sarah's older sister vanished. So Shannon Gilbert, Mary's daughter, and Sarah's older sister vanished in May of 2010. So it's May 2010 is when this 911 call is being made. After fleeing a client in Oak Beach, sparking an investigation that would lead to the nearby discoveries of 10 sets of human remains. Police believe the 10 were victims of a serial killer, but Shannon Gilbert accidentally drowned in a marsh after running away from the Oak Beach home. The medical examiner's autopsy provided inconclusive, and prior to her death, Mary Gilbert had been fighting to get Shannon Gilbert's case reopened as a homicide. Her family had also been involved in civil litigation. And that's the Rex Heuermann who just was arrested for the murder of 4 of the 10. Right? So that's a little side story there. I mean, just a crazy...
What happened?
These people are plotting to kill me.
Where are you? What's your address? What's your address? What's your address?
Oh, Mike, stop, Mike, here. Mike, stop. Mike, stop, Mike. Mike, stop it.
Where are you?
Mike, stop it. Mike, stop it.
What's your name, Shannon?
Huh? Mike, stop. Come here.
Where?
Hyoid bone is really say hyoid bone 3 times fast. You can't do it.
Where are you? What's your address? Hello?
You want me to call the police?
Yeah, call them and then I know you're telling the truth. The address.
What are we going to tell them?
Tell them something. Mike, stop it. You guys are planning something.
Right. That's exactly right.
Mike.
Where are you?
Mike.
Are you in the house?
Yeah. Mike, stop it.
What town are you in?
Long Island. Mike, it's...
Where?
Stop, Mike.
Where in Long Island?
Stop it, Mike. Mike, stop it. Hey, stop it.
Where in Long Island are you?
I don't know.
Hello?
You're gonna kill me.
Where in Long Island are you?
I don't know. You're gonna kill me.
Are you in a house?
I mean, it's weird that she's saying they're going to kill me and then she dies.
Yeah.
Whose house is it?
I don't know.
Who is Mike? What's his last name?
He's funny.
Mike what?
He's funny.
How old are you? What's his last name? What's his last name? What's his last name? Shannon. Shannon. Shannon?
Yeah, I barely say it, KK, myself. But the thing is the hyoid bone it's pretty fragile, and it's just sort of an indicator of something. It doesn't mean something. It doesn't mean, oh, somebody, you can be strangled and not have it broken, and you can also have it broken and not be strangled. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's an indication, if it's broken, that maybe there was a strangulation. But it doesn't mean it is one, right?
Shannon. Yeah. What town are you in? Hello? What's Mike's last name? Hello?
I mean, the operator's trying. What's cool is she kept her on the line. At least she recorded it, right? She could have just said, oh, shit, I'm going to move on to somebody else.
One of the guys said, let's go back to my
You'd think they'd be... I don't know if they were able to triangulate back then.
Where are you?
I'd be getting angry if I was the 911 operator. If I was the 911 operator, I'd be getting angry. And you guys would be going, Gray, you're so mean. But man, I mean, they're trying to help you.
Who are you, Shannon? Shannon.
Tell her to go outside and tell her.
Shannon.
1234 963 Ray.
Shannon.
What is she doing? Is she opening? She's not opening a bag of Frito-Lay potato chips or something, right? Or potato chips. Wait! I just heard. I got to rewind it there. It's like. Now there's a scream. What's she screaming about? She's running. Sounds like with sandals.
9308 is one of our extensions, I think. Did you call that one?
Yeah, she's found right here. I mean.
Shannon? Hello?
Yeah, well now she's running. I just said that. She's running with flip-flops on. Or some sandals. Well, she's knocking on somebody's door.
There's a shield on the car. 1955.
Shannon?
I wonder if she has a phone in her pocket.
Yeah, we just said that, Lily. Yeah.
Shannon.
Have you heard it before, Sid Vicious? Let's just pause the show for Sid. He's so interesting. He said, so if Rex didn't kill her, why are we listening to this? What does she have to do with Rex? Well, you know, her disappearing led to finding all the other girls, and some people think that this girl was killed too by somebody. Probably not Rex, but you know. And people wanted to hear it because they'd never heard it. Have you heard it before? Yeah, that's what I thought. Another troll.
Shannon.
Well, we don't know the song, do we?
What's the matter?
I don't think so. I think the other 6 might be related to the same one, or at least 3 of the others. But maybe they're all related in some way, like another killer knew, they knew each other. That's something we talked about as well. I think that's less likely, but.
Somebody at you? Huh?
Hello? Hello?
Don't keep yourself hurt. Where you going? Wait a minute. Where you going? Where you going?
Something like Gilbert, G-O-P-E-R-T.
It almost sounds like now she's like in the reeds or something. I mean, why isn't she talking to the 911 operator?
Hello? She didn't spell it, but that's what it sounded like.
That's it, right there. Crazy. All right. Well, hit one of those lulls, everybody. If you'd like to help support the channel, that'd be absolutely awesome. We're going to move on to something else right now. So just like a few days back, there was another person, or even longer than that, like 4 days ago, from, remember how we have the Portland 6? And tomorrow I kind of want to go over the probable cause and try to put together like a shortened version of, like, break it down. Like we can kind of skip through it and find the parts that really put the points together. I think that'd be kind of cool. If we have time. Let's see. Malloy. No, that's not her name. Clarissa. There it is. Dying where so many others have died. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Southern Mom. Yeah. So, shoot. And about a month ago or so, in Portland area, or Portland area where I live, there was like 6 different sex workers that, or 6 different people that died. I think one of them they've removed, the unidentified female. They don't think is related, so I'm going to take it off of the list here. But there were a whole bunch of different people, women, Kristen Smith, Joanna Speaks, Ashley Real, Charity Lynn Perry, Bridget Leanne Webster and Clarissa Ann. Well, now there's a Clarissa Ann Hammond Sweets. Okay, or Sweet, actually, not Sweets. Let me get rid of that last part. And we don't know if they're sex workers, but they did drugs, and I think there was a little of that in some of these. And they seem to all kind of hang out in similar places. And then they all went missing, and then their bodies were found at later times. Yeah, they've named, that's, I just gave you the name. It's Clarissa Ann Sweet, Hammond Sweet. I've already looked her up and everything. So she lived, at one point she lived right here, but apparently, currently, she wasn't even living in the same state. But now, look at these blue pins are all associated with these 6 different women. One of them was found way over here, and one of them also was found right there, and then one of them was found in this area. I actually drove to these crime scenes and took video and flew a drone around, crashed my car, the back of it. But it's right here. Now, amazingly, there was street view here. I think this is where one of the bodies was found, in a culvert right here. Right on the side of the road. There's a culvert here. There's another culvert down this way a little bit. And it's just a dead end down there. But I think it's this one. This one makes more sense. There's a culvert right below there when it comes out on this side. Thanks, Winnet the Witch. So woke up from a nightmare about a bridge guy's voice to the geez, this day has to get better. Yeah. So on February 19th, Kristen Smith went missing, and then her body was found somewhat recently. We covered that in the woods. And let me show you where that one was. So Kristen Smith, let's just go in. Let me move these up and put them in order here. Like when they went missing. That's good, right there. Okay. So Kristen Smith. Yep, there we go again. I just went through the planet again. And I drove here one night. I was trying to do a live stream doing it, but I thought it was right here, but the mother said it wasn't quite right there. It's somewhere else down here. But when I came by here, it was looked like a homeless area or something. So it's kind of in a wooded area outside of town in a strange place. And then there was another woman that was unidentified that was found right there, but I think they ruled her out. Okay. The family also thinks maybe possibly an ex-boyfriend or something in that one, but that was one of the bodies. Okay. Then there was Ashley Real. See, she's one of the ones I think is more likely connected. I think 4 of these are like a for sure type of situation. So Ashley Real, she lived. Let's see. That's not where it was. Hold on. Where's the fast food? It's over here. That's where she was found. She lived right here, right next to there, right down the street, right here, in one of these trailers right here. And then she had gotten fast food at a Burger King, and that's the last time anybody ever saw her. Then her body was found. Where the hell was that? I think I just had it a second ago. So her body was found quite a ways out of town in this area, kind of near Boring, Oregon. It's called. It actually is really boring. It was in the 29,000 block, and when I drove out there, the thing that made the most sense that it was one of these ponds right here. And the killer probably drove up this road right here. There's a fence here and then put her somewhere in the woods here because a person said they came there and went fishing. And that's exactly where it seemed like it was. That's what made the most sense. So it's in the 2900 block. Although 29,000, I mean, goes this way to 30, so you would think it was a little bit further. But when I was driving out there, let me see if this looks right. There's like a little road that you turn down. Yeah, right there. And see that? You could just drive down there at night, and I don't know if you would put the body in the woods to the right there, and then when this person went out there to go fishing, they walked through the woods here, and their body was found somewhere in there, let's just say, okay? So that was one of them. Then the next one was Joanna Speaks, and I went out there with my drone as well. But Joanna Speaks, she lived right here in 2022, which is, I think it was up in Washington, if I remember right. Yeah, or maybe not. Canby, Oregon, so south here. But her body was found up in Washington. So what's happening here is these girls are dying, and their bodies are put far away from where they died, likely. And so her body was found right over here, and I flew a drone right around in this area. See that green line right there? It's kind of cool. Google Earth, you can import your drone settings from DJI drones, and it shows you right where you flew it. So her body was found inside this barn right here. Absolute broken down barn. Really creepy out there. And so I drove out there. That's near, kind of near the center Washington up there. Then, let's see. Then Charity Lynn Perry. I think that's the one with the culvert. That's this one. And I thought it was over in this area. There is a culvert right there, but the one I think it is the one that makes more sense, where you just pull off the main road. And when I went over in this area, you drive down here, and let's see, where is it? Right there, it goes under the road, and you come out right there. I bashed the back into my car in right over here. I actually followed this guy down this way because he told me that another body was found out there, and I forgot to ask him about it because I was so focused on what I was doing, and it turns out it was some hit and run situation. But anyways, I think it's most likely this culvert right there. So then there's Bridget Leanne Webster, and she lived. See, the interesting part is they all have connection to this area right here, but all their bodies are found way out in the middle of nowhere. So this is where she was found, Bridget, way over here. And they said it was on this road near this river. So I just put a pin there, but I think it's really possible that it was right there. Let me show you where that is. I also flew a drone out here too. So if you go right there, look at how this is just sort of this place that you could, and that's a road now. That crap right there isn't there. So you could drive down there, and this is sort of another off the beaten path road. First of all, the main road is out in the middle of nowhere. Then there's this little road off to the side, and I think it might have been right there. There's actually some junk and stuff put right in that area. So I think it's right near there anyways, right? Then the last one now is a woman named Clarissa Ann Hammond Sweet. And her body was found right here in the middle of nowhere again, on a farm that's being sold. She's found somewhere in this area right here. But let's just I'll show you a little bit about her. This is her Facebook page, obviously. I mean, how many other Facebook, how many people in the world do you think have that full name? Clarissa Ann Hammond Sweet. It's like she's the only one, okay? What do you mean, who is this? You asked me the question a minute ago. Have they identified the person? And I told you this exact name was the person they identified. The one that was unidentified. And that's this person, right? So there's nothing on the Facebook page there. Then we go to Clarissa and... then I got her on Ben Verified. Now, on Ben Verified, she does have a ton of... what do you call it? Let's see. She has a lot of stuff like... oh, she did file bankruptcy, it looks like. But criminal, she has a lot of trespassing, resisting arrest, simple assault, but all of these have been dismissed. Every one of them. Shoplifting, simple assault, violation of court orders, assault again, assault, you know, just tons and tons of them. Simple assault, you know, it goes on and on and on. Some of them have the same date, but they're all dismissed, every one of them. Okay, so let's get an article that talks about it. Police ID woman found dead on vacant property near Wilsonville. So I might have to go out to that one. That isn't that far away again. I can get there. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office on Friday publicly identified the woman found dead on a vacant property near Wilsonville. An autopsy concluded Salem resident Carissa Ann Hammond Sweet, 43, died due to homicidal violence, according to a news release from sheriff's officials. They declined to release further details of how Hammond Sweet died. Huh? What do you mean did she rat so? How do we know? Hammond Sweet was found dead Monday at a property in the process of being sold on the 26,000 block of Southwest Stafford Road shortly before noon by a person doing work on the property. The worker initially called deputies for a welfare check, the sheriff's official office said. So that's her right there. Looks pretty normal here, but not so normal in that one. You know, maybe she just woke up from a nap or something in that one. It's hard to say, but so no suspects have been identified, and it remains an open investigation. Spokesperson Brian McCall said Friday he could not comment if Hammond Sweet's death is connected to the deaths of Portland resident Ashley Real, 22, whose body was found in the 29,000 block of Southeast Judd Road in the Eagle Creek area. Real's death was considered suspicious, and McCall declined to provide an update. I wonder why they just mentioned that one on the sheriff's official investigation. Hammond Sweet is the 6th woman found dead under suspicious circumstances, so the unidentified one wasn't. In a secluded location within 100 miles of Portland area since February. The cases of the women are being investigated by the Portland Police Bureau and Sheriff's offices in Multnomah, Polk, Clark, and Clackamas counties. Originally included in the list was not, that's it right there, the death of another woman, but it's not suspicious. She probably died of drugs. It was on a... Oh yeah, well that one wasn't identified. This is a different unidentified one. The unidentified one isn't part of the case. Is that what you were talking about, Zozo? Because this one wasn't identified until today, but 2 days ago she was unidentified. So you're talking about the original unidentified one that was near Kristen Smith, right? Yeah, she was... Huh? What do you mean, me too? She didn't say something... yeah, so there was an unidentified one. Remember? She was like Native American or something. That one has not been identified as far as I know, but they've taken her off. She wasn't suspicious. It's not part of the same group. Okay? She's not part of the same group. The one that I'm talking about today was a body that was found in Oregon a few, like 3 or 4 or 5 days ago, and she was just identified 2 days ago on Friday. Okay? Yeah. That makes sense? It's a new person to add. There was 6 people, but one of them was removed. from the list of possible related ones. So there was just 5. And now there's a new person, a 6th person, that you might add to the list. I mean, who knows if they're related or not. Yeah, I think I explained it at the beginning, though. I said the unidentified woman is not part of it now. Now, this lady here has just been identified, another person. Yeah. Law enforcement chalks nearly everything in the area. Yeah, but they think that 6 of these are suspicious, not just overdoses, right? So I don't know, man. It's pretty weird. Now look at the blue areas here. So Charity lived up there, but almost all of the first 5 here have connections to this area over here, like 205. And they refer to them as like they hung out in these areas. That's usually sort of a sign of drugs or sex worker, something like that. But who knows, man? Maybe there's a serial killer out there. It is unusual, I gotta say. I mean, I live here, so you don't hear of this many people being found murdered in such a short amount of time, or dead either, If I was in Chicago, it would be every other Saturday, but yeah, potential serial killer. So anyways, I don't really have much more to discuss tonight. What do you guys want to talk about? Huh? Yeah, it's not. They're not all found in the Portland area, but they all have connections to the area. I don't know why they're not linking them. But remember that one person said that one of the people source inside said that they think they might be related, but they're not saying that out loud. That's interesting, right? Nope, I did not play golf. I'm just trying to get this damn, office. It's kind of like, I'm looking forward to getting my office done so I can move into it. Hopefully it's quiet. It doesn't have to be absolutely quiet, but just something different, No, they aren't talking about it because it's not interesting to most people. That's why. I cover cases from all over the place. Doesn't matter. So, this was interesting to me because it's my area. But people just are like, yeah, but it's not Koberger. Yeah, it's not this one. It's not that one. And true crime should be true crime, and everything should be interesting. Have the potential to be interesting to everybody. But some people, they will literally go an entire month only watching every single person's live stream on Brian Koberger, and they're listening to a bunch of absolute morons over and over and over again, speculating on every person under the sun, so not sure what's going on there, but thank you, not your average chick. Thanks for all you do, Gray. Well, you can just hit the rewind button. I thought it was actually pretty interesting. I think when we get to the Carlee Russell, the conclusion, it's going to be something where she wasn't abducted, but there might be, something else going on. There isn't a child or anything like that. Something else is going on. I think we pretty much proved it. When you look at the video, there's nobody there. There's no car. There's nothing. So, we can speculate all day long. Go, ooh, there was somebody in there. There was a lasso. Somebody said the other day, somebody with a lasso threw a lasso at her, and it got her and then pulled her into the woods. Really? Well, maybe, but you know how it goes. Are you at the actual Zozo? You were here earlier. What are you talking about? Have a swish day. Stay well. Yep. Hey, I think Johnny Depp actually gets back on the stand, you guys. I was looking through them. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so I guess we got a whole bunch more to do on that one. And you know what I couldn't believe is I covered, we went over the Jodi Arias case again. And there's this guy that was this image expert that was looking for a reflection in the eye of Travis named Brian Neumeister. And then I'm sort of scrubbing through each of the days in the Johnny Depp trial, and there he is. Brian Neumeister coming in to the defense of Amber Heard. And he just gets creamed at the end. I mean, it's just... I might have to put that part in there. I couldn't believe it. How the hell was Brian Neumeister? And I recognize him immediately. Even though that's been, 12 years or 10 years or something. Ready tweet today since removed. Screenshot of a car conversation she had with a woman supposedly involved with her boyfriend. Stripper baby mama. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was something where she wanted attention from her boyfriend. Could it be something that simple? So she just sort of staged sort of an elaborate... I mean, it's not even that elaborate, honestly. You just go, oh, look, there's a kid. Throw some shit on the ground and go and scream and then run into the woods. And maybe you had a friend to hang out with for a few days. And then you came home with your head in shame, but you didn't want to talk. You had to fake like something else happened. And now you're just wondering how to get out of it. This is your idea, Grant? What do you? I don't even know what you're talking about, Angela. What is the update on? We already went through all those. This account. You had to go start over the show, and they're right at the beginning. Yeah, because it made it more sensational. Like the boyfriend's gonna go crazy. Oh wow, looking around and Can anybody say that anything makes sense in this short little case that we're looking at? I mean, in the Carlee Russell case, there is put a 1 if there's a counter for every single theory. I mean, there really is. I mean, every single theory has like a counter to it. I mean, I guess Daphne, the Daphne's theory about the a mental break is the only one that sort of, okay, kind of works. The only part I thought doesn't really work with that is somebody, staging it to make it look like an abduction with the wig and everything. Like, if you're having a mental break, wouldn't you just sort of, I don't know, why would you set it up like that? Huh? Yeah, there really isn't any element where you go, every single thing has a counter to it. Wow. Her taillights were blinking before she even called 911, and then she stops at the kid. So if she stops where the kid is, then the kid's, almost a half mile behind her. Okay? Now, if she drove by the kid, wouldn't you just pull over really quick? Then you go, well, she did a loop. She looped around, and the second time around, she started flashing the lights when she thought she was in the area where she saw the kid. But then also, why didn't you pull over the first time you saw the kid? Just slow down really quick, pull over to the shoulder of the road, and run back and help this toddler. And instead, you drive around for 10 minutes. And in that 10-minute drive, there wasn't a soul that saw this kid except you still. And then you pull over. And now let's just pretend, oh yeah, so there's the toddler, you pull over. And then from there isn't another car there. You don't see another person standing on the side of the road. You don't see a damn thing. You go, you get out of the car and you get to the side and then you go into the woods. It looks like you head towards the woods. And where's the kidnapper? I mean, it's a ludicrous story. So the reason it's ludicrous is because something isn't right here. Something doesn't make... when people go, things aren't adding up. It's the most overused phrase in the history of the world. And usually when it absolutely makes the most sense you've ever heard in your life, people go, I want it to be a conspiracy. So I'm going to say out loud, this just isn't adding up. Well, this is one of the cases where you say it just doesn't add up. It's real. It really doesn't make sense, right? But almost every other time when you hear somebody say, this doesn't add up, man, it makes all the sense in the world. They just don't want it to, so they say that to make everybody go, ooh, I agree, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, but what about the part, Daphne, about the, like, putting the wig on the ground and things like that? Like, why would she stage it to make it look like an abduction or something? Put the purse on the ground. Or maybe there wasn't staging, you know? Maybe she freaked out at some vision she had and she didn't even have her wig on. You know, maybe she got out of the car. I mean, why would she grab it to get out of the car, though, I guess? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Genuine Savage. No idea. I can almost do that whole thing. Oh, it's this one right here. Yeah, it's like. That one. Yeah, whenever you hear somebody say, at this time we want privacy, that means it's not anything nefarious. Almost every time. If it isn't, then it's, sort of an unusual thing. But you got to admit, when you hear the thing about when somebody comes home and they go, at this time we would just like to thank everybody and we'd like you to respect our privacy. At some point we'll fill you in. Okay. If somebody was assaulted or something like that, that would make it out quickly, and we'd want the public to know and to be on the lookout for some psycho that is, you know what I'm saying? So that's where you got to sort of read how things are said, and when you have experience doing these for so long, like a lot of the freaks here do with all the different cases, you see stuff like that. Huh? What does Jamie Foxx have to do with anything? Hey, make sure to hit that like button, you guys. We're at 9:30. Let's see if we can get up to 1,000. Come on, everybody. Hit that like button, hit that like button. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Hit that like button. 10, 20, 20, 25, 25. Do I hear 25? You want to put 30, sir? Not a 1. Not a 1. Oh, I got the 933. Thank you. I think she was meeting the person who appeared there. Nobody appeared there, though, Tandy. That's the thing. Yeah, nobody appeared there, like you just said. So you've already started off with in the wrong place. Yeah, I bet you tomorrow we'll get some answers. But it wouldn't shock me if there's somebody else involved, like, after she went in the woods over the thing there was somebody waiting for her or something like that. What person in the car? Who are you talking about, Maura? Person in what car? Did I miss something here? They'd say she's a victim and she deserves justice and the police aren't giving them any answers, etc. Right. I think it's the possibility of this is that there might be a story that she has and the family will believe it, but police are going to be like, I don't know, and they're going to investigate it. And, the reality is, if she did do something that she shouldn't have done, she should just come out and admit it right away, and that's it. If you wait for the police to do the investigation and all that stuff, then you get in a lot more trouble at that point. Just like Papini. I'm saying his family. What does that have to do with Jamie Foxx, though? What happened to the food she got? I don't know. They haven't mentioned where the food was. She has a. I thought it looked like there was a backpack. It just looked like a bulgy area in the video. If you want to, we can take a look at it again, I guess. You know, it could just be seeing. It's just, but the thing is, it's too hard because it's so pixelated that you really can't do that. So here's where I removed all the flashes here. Coming up once it stops. Right there. No, I can't move it to anything, Tandy. I'm just going to do it the way I do it. Thank you. So anyways, right here, can you move it to 252? Jesus, are you kidding me? There is nobody standing there. I'm sorry for your, you know, just however you like to see things. You're inaccurate. So if you can watch that right there, you can see that, look how simple that is to see once you remove the flashing lights. Can everybody just see how simple it is to see somebody open the door and go behind it? I'm scrubbing backwards and forwards, okay? Isn't that just the simplest thing you've ever seen? And then she's standing right there. How do you know it's a she, Gray? Well, because she's there. That's her car. Yeah, well, it might disappear, but it feels like police might think that the public deserves some sort of an answer here. If it's a mental thing, then likely not. Yeah. I mean, you know, Daphne came in and explained it, but on the first show that we did, I said she might be having a mental breakdown. So I didn't call it schizophrenia, but that's all I said. So anyways, you got, there it is. So I removed all the one. You can see somebody still right here. See that? I mean, I don't know how much of that is actually a person, and some are pixels. The person isn't 47 feet tall. And then there's a spot right here, you guys. They're right there. They're right behind the car, and then it looks like they then take a right and head off. Watch this. Can you see how their motion, that little brown spot heads to the right? I'm scrubbing it back and forth so you can see it clearly. Can you, or you know, you can see nothing about the image is clear, but you can see the darkened pixels moving to the right. Can you see that? Right there. Boom. All right. So you got that. So all you really have here, as you go back a little bit, is the car door opening. Person goes behind it. And then later on, they're doing something, and actually, I went too far. Yeah, it's so interesting how you can just see that. Look at that. Just walking around closer to the car, and then right there. To the right. Into the woods. Although, you know, it's sort of interesting because they go to the right, and then there's another, this other brown thing, whatever that is. See, that's the problem with pixels, though. You don't really know. It looks like it goes back into the scene. Almost like they did a loop around the sign and then back. So that's interesting. I don't know. So anyways, I'm done looking at that. It's just ridiculous. She must be really brave to wander through the woods that time. Well, it's only 60 yards straight ahead. It's not really a big deal, to be honest with you. Yeah. She's been located. It's good news. So thank you up there to Wonder Woman. Daniel, hold on, we said it before. It was I can't remember. Gosson. Try. And then Donna D, Ben Hill, Rios, Rock Girl Media, Quinn B. New member, Lead with Love, Marie Anderson, Katie Lucas, Danielle, then Cadillac with a cat eye, Win It, The Witch, Quinn B, then The Velvet Army with a cat eye. Thank you. Kit Kat, Kathy Chapin, Cadillac, again with a cat eye, then Quinn B, Caligal 3, Quinn B, Lead with Love, Dee Dee, new member, Win the Witch, then Caligal 3, Shannon 360, Ali 79, Dobby Smith, Diana Susie, Caligal 3, Lindsay G, Southern Mom, Lisa L, Win the Witch, Not Your Average Chick. Here, I'm going to give away 5 memberships. So here we go. Alright. There's going to be 5 lucky members tonight. Well, of course, Amber Maiden. Mary Lou always has time to sing happy birthday for one of the mods. Mimi Misty, Dandy Lioness, Laura Jean, Canadian JoJo, and Michelle Mudd. Hey, thanks, Diana, Susie. I hope everybody that was here thought it was interesting, even all the other stuff that we talked about tonight, not just this case. This case is to the point where you can just keep going around and round and round and round in circles. In fact, you could probably, if I was on my other channel, I'd play Round and Round, you know, that song by Rat. If I had it here, I'd play it, but I don't, so maybe I do. Let me see. Where is it? No, I don't. Hey, what's that one? I want to see what that one is. Oh, they're broken. All right, well, there you go. You got your memberships. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, Mary Lou, you got to sing happy birthday for Amber Maiden.
Okay.
Wait, what's wrong with you?
I've been drinking.
Oh my God, Amber, Mary Lou's been drinking. Are you sure you want her to sing happy birthday for you tonight? What's the Lady Lutuka, look at? What are we getting at? What's happening? Why is Lady Lutuka saying look at?
Now what does that mean, Gray? Look at.
Well, it means you're supposed to be looking at something.
Oh, so you didn't even read anything.
Would you just sing happy birthday, Amber Maiden? To Amber Maiden, I mean.
I'll do whatever I feel like it, Gray. Go to hell.
Oh my God, Mary Lou's... She just told me to go to hell. Something a lot of you want to tell me a lot of times. But anyways, you got to sing happy birthday for Amber Maiden.
Okay, Gray. Let me give it a shot.
Oh my God, Mary Lou.
Happy birthday to you.
who's you?
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday to Amber. Happy birthday to Amber.
It's not Hamber, it's Amber.
Amber. Happy birthday to Amber Maiden.
What is Amber Maiden?
Happy birthday to you.
Did you just, like, vomit at the end of that?
I sure did, Gray.
And many more?
What are you talking about, John boy?
Jesus. Have you ever heard Mary Lou is drunk as... She was wasted. Yeah, she did sound like Donald Duck. That was ridiculous.
Yes, happy birthday, Amber. You're one of my favorite people. You're always so nice to me. Nobody else likes me.
Well, that's okay, John boy. Nobody likes you.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Hey, happy birthday, Amber Maiden. John Boy was, he was nice at least. That was incredible. Yeah. I don't know why he sounds like a serial killer. I have no idea. Hey, KK's worried about you, Mary Lou.
Tell me to go to hell.
Oh my God, you said that to me. You don't say that to one of the channel members.
Can I say it for somebody else?
No, you can't say it to anybody. Wow. That's crazy. I wonder if Mary Lou's going to vomit up again. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here tonight. And, yeah, I guess we'll see you tomorrow. There's no dogs hanging out tonight. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. We never know. Hopefully there's some updates in Carlee's case so we can look at those. If not, we'll just get back on trucking on other stuff. But we got some more to do on the daytime show with the Day Freaks, more in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Pretty interesting. It's so entertaining. Like a lot of the stuff is just crazy. So, anyways, thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I've seen one person that is a plug rejector. I'm a certified body toucher. Gonna get ya on a structure if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak collector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector, fool deflector. Are you saying anything, Mary Lou? And I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector. On a spectre, with all respect, y'all. Just remember I'm a temple fucking conductor. I have no agenda. Hey man, how's it going? And I'll serve it to you. How's it going, man? And in the end, I'm gonna send you on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody?
Good night, everybody.
Oh my God, she can't even do good night, everybody. Gee, like she always does, Wow, that was bad. Okay. See you guys tomorrow, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.
Be safe out there.
Oh my God, she came back.